Hello everyone and welcome to Dannor Reviews episode 4. Today we're reviewing Babadook. Now Babadook is an Australian film about a family that has to deal with a haunting. Now, before you say, oh, this is another haunted house movie, you really need to think about this movie, because with Babadook, it's a psychological horror movie. Anyways, I'll go into that later. Now, the acting in this movie is amazing. The lead actress is great with her role, and I honestly, usually in horror movies, a cliche is the actors are terrible, but in this one, you can really buy the fact that she's pretty much going insane, and I like that a lot. There's also a kid actor in this movie. Now, usually kid actors suck. I mean, if you ever see The Phantom Menace, Jake Lloyd's not very good in that movie. However, the child in this movie is actually a pretty good actor. Although, let's be honest, it's not too hard to play an annoying child as a child actor. Anyways, the acting was pretty good, and there wasn't many characters, so they had a lot of time to develop on the characters we knew. Nonetheless, the plot is pretty good. It's about this, the mom, S.C. Lewis, who reads this book called the Babadook, meant for children, and pretty much the monster comes and starts haunting them. Now, I'm not going to go into any further details because I don't want to spoil this movie for you. The movie was amazing, and it's more than just your cookie-cutter horror movie. Now, generally, there's an outline for horror movies like this, and yes, there is a few cliches. I'm not really going to call them cliches, though. I'm going to call them sort of an outline. It uses the basic horror movie outline to outstretch itself on develop the basic horror movie outline. Now, that's what I liked a lot about this movie. It sort of developed with the regular norm horror movie thing was. And I will admit, I have not been this scared in a movie in a long time, really long time. And the music in this movie was amazing. You see, they used music in a very good way in horror movies. You don't realize the music is playing because it's so intense until it stops playing and it becomes sort of eerie. And that is the perfect way to use music in a horror movie. And let's be honest here, there's so many just basic horror movies like Ouija and Insidious 2, which just use cheap jump scares to get you. This movie barely has any jump scares. I mean, I guess you could call one of them jump scares, but it's more of just something appearing. And it is terrifying. It is the scariest movie I have seen in years. And it is really good, I know. That's pretty much all I have to say about this movie. If you're looking for a great horror movie, this one is fantastic. It deals with the psychological. Not only is it a movie about horror, like a monster invading a house, but it's about grief and dealing with loss and how different people deal with losing people in different ways. And it is really good. It deals with the psychological. It's got great acting, a pretty fantastic score, and ultimately, I have to say, Babadook is a 9 out of 10. It is really, really good, and I highly suggest you watch it. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be in your theater, since it's an Australian film. However, if you have the chance to watch it somehow, just do it, and make sure you're not alone, because you might get actually kind of scared. But anyways, that's it for my review. Thanks for watching. Leave comments and suggestions for next week's review. And this is Dannor. See you next week. Goodbye.